Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Hello and welcome to I Am the Change. Happy Thanksgiving. It is November 28th, 2024. And you guys, I am Michelle Simon Kelly, and I am finally home from Minnesota. I said I started this in 2019, stating out loud, I'm breaking up with fear, I'm breaking up with shame, and I'm breaking up with guilt, followed by a weekly video. You guys, I'm almost done year 6, which I'm in total shock of. And I really didn't want to do this video tonight. My eyes hurt so bad. I got my eyeliner tattooed on. I don't know if you can see. I have Aquaphor on both of them. I feel like I look like I have like pink eye from far away, but I just got my eyeliner tattooed on yesterday and I have to go back in 2 weeks to get them touched up. But my eyes, like, they throb and they hurt. It's so painful. Self-inflicted. I'm getting older and I can't see as good as I used to. So this will be one less thing that I'll have to look in the 10-time mirror to try and do, 10 times the size. I wanted to tell you last week when I said I was staying over in Minnesota, I stayed at a hotel that had water slides and I went down the water slides twice by myself, by the way, which I was so proud of myself for doing, because years ago I could never do that. I couldn't do it unless somebody else was with me, or if I had to borrow a small child, somebody else's, just in order to justify to do that. But I was able to go down the water slides twice by myself last Thursday night, which is huge. I got to the airport on Friday morning, but I have to tell you what happened with my Uber. I am learning how to speak up for myself, which has taken me so long. You guys, I lived in so much fear for so long and I didn't know it. And I was scared to tell the truth because of what would happen. I would be worried that people wouldn't like me. And mostly it was strangers that I don't even know. I was more concerned about what they thought of me than what I thought about myself. I was getting ready to go to the airport on Friday morning and I called an Uber, or not called an Uber. I did it on my little app on my phone, which PS, I'm getting a new phone tomorrow. This is a 10. It is 8 years old and tomorrow I'm going with my girlfriend and we are both getting brand new phones. So my video should be better next week. So anyway, the Uber came and the car was so dirty that I said, no, thank you. And I'm not getting in the car. So I did not get in the Uber. The guy, I told him, I'm like, this car is so dirty. It didn't have trash in it, but it just looked like nobody ever cleaned it. And I was in this guy's car a couple days before and I didn't say anything. And I should have, and I wasn't able to. And it was a short trip, but when he showed up in a different car, and I was just like, I saw the inside, and I wouldn't put my child in this car. I wouldn't put anybody that I loved in that car, and I love myself. So he said, could you cancel it? So I did. Then I called a shuttle. and I needed to be at the airport because my flight was taken off and I was only like 15 minutes away. So I called a shuttle and they said, we can't come and get you, but we do run a taxi service, and their taxi was going to cost me double of what the Uber was going to cost. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. And then I'm like, oh crap, I might miss my flight. And I'm like, I have to be okay with missing my flight because I wouldn't get in the car that wasn't right for me. And the old me would have just, Michelle, just get in the car. You need a ride to the airport. And then the second thing was fear. Just pay the $40 freaking dollars to go to the airport. And I said no. And then I thought, okay, I might miss my flight. And then I thought, oh my God, there's Lyft. It's LYFT. And I had that app, and I went on that app. My Uber kept freezing up after I canceled this guy, and I couldn't use it to get another Uber. I couldn't use Uber. So I looked on Lyft, and there was a driver who was available right away, and it was half the price of the Uber. So it was actually the third thing that worked out, not the first or the second. And I'm usually used to reacting out of fear, which is I should have paid the $40 and taken the next thing, and I wasn't going to do it. And guess what? Even though I took the Lyft and it was cheaper, my flight ended up being delayed anyway. And I had so much fun in the airport, you guys. I had my Bluetooth speaker with me. For some reason, I just knew I needed to have this out of my suitcase. And I had so much stuff with me because I was away I knew I was going away for 25 days. Like, I learned how to repack my suitcase on TikTok on my way home. I packed it so good, it weighed over the 50 pounds because I consolidated 2 bags into my suitcase, and it was going to be $100 more. I ended up having to take the bag out and repack it because my TikTok thing did not work. I mean, it packed my suitcase more, but it was so heavy it was going to cost an extra $100 to send it home, or I could use a different bag and it would only cost $45. So I did that. But anyway, there was a little girl in the airport who was so adorable, and she was about 2 years old, and she was traveling with her mom. And we started playing the nursery rhymes in the airport. So like, I'm a little teapot, and we were singing like merry-go-round, or is it merry-go-round? That's a line dance song, but we were singing Ring Around the Rosie. And then I was listening to Baby Sharks, which I never heard, but I had this speaker. I was going to say Bose. It's not a Bose, but I had like a Bose speaker, not Bose. And we were playing all these nursery rhymes pretty loud that most people were singing the songs in the airport. And it was so great. And everybody was just smiling. They were so happy. And it ended up entertaining this little girl for like an hour as we were waiting for our flight. So it brought back so many memories, 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped its head. We were doing all of these songs, and everybody was just kind of singing and smiling, and it was great. And I can do these things today. Before, I would have never done something like that because I wouldn't want to draw attention. I wanted to hide. And now I'm okay with being seen and being heard, which is huge. So anyway, I got to stop saying too. I want to say I spent Thanksgiving with my dad, my stepmom Betty, and my sister. It was the first time I've spent Thanksgiving with my family in about 20 years. So that was a miracle and a gift, and it was a great day. And I ended up playing for my dad. My sister wasn't there yet, but all the old TV shows, it's on Spotify, all the old, TV show beginnings, and we had to guess what show it was from. So like the Monsters and the Addams Family, and it's on Spotify, but it was so much fun guessing the shows, like Little House on the Prairie, the Waltons. And I can bring the entertainment. So anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay tuned, and I'll see you all next week.